Hey, what's up? Dean, Saber Performance at the shop. And I got David's truck outside, running the AC. It's too dang hot. Yesterday I actually tried to run it, and it started for a little bit, and then it died. Act like it was out of fuel, which technically it was. The pump died. So, yeah. I texted him, waiting for him to respond, but we swapped everything around. I got the Monte Carlo on the lift down now, and then I took the harnesses and laid them out. So we got this front harness here, another front harness here. That one has shorter starter wires than this one, so I have no idea if this plugs into either one of those. I'm gonna guess at it and then just stab it in, smash it, and tighten it. I have no screws to bolt the fuse box to the firewall. I'll have to try and figure that out, but we got this one's cut. It's a battery feed for something. And then you've got wires shoved underneath of, like, these are like, I think this is like a breaker type of fuse. You got a wire shoved under your turn signal fuse. So I don't know what they're trying to do. They got it, I don't know. This is an orange with a black, so this one went to here. So they disconnected some of it and just decided to cut the rest of it. Well, that one wire. Why? See, this is what's frustrating. Is I could wire this car front to back with like a universal harness. It's just a pain in the butt. But like you disconnected this harness, you unplugged it from whatever it gets plugged into. No idea what that gets plugged into, no idea where it goes. I'd have to look. But then you have a random wire going under a fuse that you cut out of the car instead of just taking it out. Then you cut the wire that the other two are still plugged into the fuse box. And I don't even know if those are supposed to be there. I have no idea. So at least I know where this one goes, you know. Cool. And then there's a ground there. So I think this is the fuse box I'm going to use, because that one is much more butchered up. Over here you've got cut. All the grounds are cut. He got two more cut from the dash, which who cares? He's got Dakota. Cut. Like another one that was shoved into something, you can tell it's folded over. More grounds that are cut, or it was soldered actually, and then yanked apart because somebody didn't know how to solder. So to me, this one's garbage. Maybe just some spare parts. No idea what this piece is for, but they're cut inside there. I would assume this came through the firewall. I don't even understand. It's strange to me that this harness is so much smaller than that. Oh, that's what it is. They cut that end, that whole end, they cut out of this somehow at some point, somewhere, for no reason, really. Let's be honest, no fucking reason to do that. The only one I've got on here are these wires that were tied in to a light for something, a red and black for a light. And then this plug here with all of these wires, which I gonna guess that these are some kind of like AC wires. The other half of the plug is gone, so I don't have a clue where these will go. This is the steering column stuff here, which hopefully all plugs into his steering column. Who knows? Dash stuff we don't necessarily need other than blinkers and all that for the Dakota Digital. So I'm going to end up using this one, but I don't even really know like how you find the screws. I assume hopefully I can find these screws, but I'll probably try to brake clean inside the terminals, because I noticed one of them is like, yeah, it's this one. This is the one I think I'm gonna use, and it's just flat full of shit. So I am gonna pick this one up. Well, you know what, I'm not even gonna pick it up. I'm just gonna toss it, because honestly it's all garbage, to be honest with you. Like, all this stuff is junk. I don't know why people think. No idea. See, now this is more of like a factory harness. Who knows? Throw it over there in the pile. Goes. It's crazy. It's frustrating. This is very, very frustrating to me. I definitely don't appreciate being brought a ton of garbage and expected to know what to do with it. What the hell is that? Huh. That. I did not even see that. It's in some kind of stiff cable, which looks to me like this would run front to back on the car or something. But then it's the depinned. Why? Wait, no, that's a separate one. Two of everything. Literally two of everything. Oh, this one's completely... Okay, garbage. Both ends of that one are taken apart. You got this end here, they just depinned everything. And then you got this one, they decided to cut everything. So, that's garbage. This harness here, this has got to be the interior harness front to back of the car. Maybe. No idea. But, you know, he'll yell at me and tell me I'm supposed to know what everything is. Super cool. Must go to this one. No, that's... Yup. Here we go. Play the game. There's two plugs here. Maybe those plug into that end or that end. I don't know. Yeah. Yep. So this is what I'm working with. It's what he wants. It's what he's gonna get. Best I can. That one's gonna go in the bin. I can only do so much. So I'm gonna get to work. I'm gonna throw the interior harness in and kind of just get it looped up. I don't have a dash to figure out where anything goes, but the wire track is still there, so I can at least put that in and throw some zip ties around it. But I'm gonna get to work on that. Alright, so here's where we're at. There's no more, sorry, the compressor's running, but there's no more harnesses on the floor. And they're not in the car. I actually set the interior harness in, the exterior harness, bolted them together, and then started sorting through. And it's just a pile of crap that I don't want to sort through. The bottom line, to be honest with you, I just don't want to sort through it. So I'll just save it for whatever plugs I'll need. I told him he has to order a painless harness, so I'll keep this for whatever plugs I need, like on the column or whatever. Reality is I have no idea what the headlight plugs will be, tail light plugs. I have the one harness back there. I can't get in the trunk, so there's no key lock on the trunk, but there's the tail light harness. So what I may end up doing is finding, I guess it's this plug here, and then I'll just wire, I'll cut the other plug and just stick this in the back, and that'll be his rear harness. That way I don't have to cut each taillight socket off and wire it onto the new one. I can just wire it right into the plug. It'll have a plug, and that'll be that. And I don't have to use that one there, extension harness. So I think this is going to be what plugs into the trunk, but I'm not sure. I mean, that kind of looks like it, but that also kind of looks like it. No, that actually looks like it. So I believe this will be the trunk side of that harness there. We'll just walk it like a dog. I want to give it a good whip. Can't hold the phone. Kind of looks like that goes there. So I'll probably clean these up a little bit. Son of a mother. Yep. Maybe. Goes the other way. Yep. Yep. That'll go in there. And then I assume that one will go in there. So I'll just clip this one off and wire it to it. I also pulled the harness or diagram up, and neither one of those harnesses matched the diagram. So I pulled the intercooler feed piece that's in the sandblaster now. That's why I got the compressor running. So I pulled that off so that I can clean it to weld it. I just unplugged everything. So that's what I'm going to do today. I'm going to sandblast that. It's powder coated, so it's probably going to take an hour to do that. But I'm going to do that, get the two fittings welded onto it. And I might start looking at making some kind of radiator and fan mount for the front, but not really sure. But 100% honest with you, this isn't the kind of project I like to take on. I take them on, but unfortunately it is what it is. I did get the coupling for David's truck. Like I said, the fuel pump's out in it, so I'm going to bring that back in tomorrow. I'll probably work on doing an in-tank pump. I have brand new pumps for my truck, so I'll just replace one of mine, and I'll make him a hanger to go in the top of the tank so that we don't have to change a bunch of stuff like that. I know I have them here. I know I have a pump. I have a whole install kit here, so I have a pump for it somewhere. I'll find it. But that's it for this one. That's all I can do. Can't do much more. So appreciate you watching. Like, subscribe, hit the bell to be notified of new videos. Leave me a comment. As always, have a good day.